Aftershock, 4.2 magnitude hits Wasatch Front as earthquakes continue. This is after the 5.7 that hit Magna last month. And that Magna date was March 18th. Now, they're saying here that this is pretty much absolutely normal. Sometimes aftershocks happen, sometimes they don't. But the people certainly don't feel like it's absolutely normal because they've never been a part of this kind of sequence before in their lives. So about the same time that 5.7 hit and March 18th, we see the man-made drop of CO2 occurring. It's a man-made drop, but it's a result of a pandemic. So a very dramatic variable on human production and the dramatic change of normal life. So we see that date there where the drop of CO2 happens, and we actually might see this drop to continue in the future here. So this is year after year what it looks like seasonal changes of CO2. This exact pattern is the seasonal changes. As fall proceeds, as spring starts, the CO2 decreases, showing you a slight drop. But as industry persists, it always goes up, except for this year. So we're going to see if it actually drops next year. And this is the ice core samples here. The question I had is, does an increase of CO2 eventually cause a breaking point? Or does the breaking point just happen and CO2 drops? And that's represented as a decrease in industry and civilizations, maybe past civilizations. So, to add to that, a bright comet is approaching Earth. Here's how you can see it. This is going to be a pretty unusual event, and it should be pretty neat. Hopefully nothing disruptive, but they can have their own gravitational pull. Comets also can bring their own debris. You know, we've seen some of the stuff happen with debris coming in before in Russia. It's a real case scenario. But again, this could be just a light show. Like the ominous opening of Game of Thrones, a comet may be visible with the naked eye in late April and early May. A very interesting time for it to come in, since we will be having the seasonal changes CO2, which will be pretty much on par with the CO2 concentrations we had last season, last spring. So really interesting data. We don't know what that really means, but it looks like the Indian news, they're really, right now, they're predicting a normal monsoon season, which is great. Everybody likes normal. So normal for that part of the world. We will be getting snow tomorrow, but maybe that'll be it for our region of Ohio. And thanks for watching. Let's go ahead and cheer for some stability for once.